And before the video actually starts, in the last video I adjusted the camber on this, and quite a lot of you guys did tell me how it was actually the wrong way. Now, if we come here, if you can see here, this is aiming forward, and I even said in a video it needs to go backwards. So I need to make sure that where the bolt goes there now goes here. So I have already done the other side, and I'm literally doing this side now. So thank you very much to everyone who did comment to that. And yeah, I'm going to get this adjusted. There you go, that's all now adjusted. Thank you very much to everyone who actually commented about that, and I did overlook that, but that's now done. Thank you very much, and on with the video.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video.
As you can see, I've got a little helper with me today, so we're going to get this job done together. It is an easy install, and I thought it's a little bit less oily than most of the jobs I do, so we can get involved. As you've seen from the title of this video, this is a cruise control video, and this does work exactly the same as the stalk that you actually get, the OEM stalk, but this is a damn sight cheaper. I think the stalk are going for like 100 plus quid on eBay. I think that's actually dirt cheap. This is less than half that price. Exactly the same install, exactly the same way of doing it. It's just this is now a box instead of the indicator stalk. So I had a guy reach out to me on Instagram and asked if I'm willing to actually try this product, and I said yeah, of course I can. I'll give you my honest opinion. And I have been running this on my van now for probably nearly a week. In fact, I picked my son up from school and used it, and he wondered what was going on. So it is a really good product. I actually do quite like using it. And if you are using longer journeys, it's fantastic just to turn it on and do it. Now, a little bit of information before we get into it. You can buy this product on eBay. You can buy it via him on his Facebook or Instagram page. I'll put all those links down in the description below. They'll probably be the first 3 links up there if you are interested in buying this. And if you do buy it and you need a little bit of help, send him a message and he will get back to you quite quickly and help you. This product is 50 quid, and the OEM stalk is, in fact, I'll tell you right now, 100 and wow. You're looking at about anywhere from sort of 150 to 180 quid. Now this product's 50, so you're saving yourself a lot of money there, and correct. And it works exactly the same install, everything. It's fantastic. I'll get into how you actually use it when we've actually installed it, and I'll do a little bit of a drive. Now, I will say that this cruise control only works if you have a 2.5 TDI. Now, there is a way that you actually test whether this will work or not, and I will show you that now. All you need to do to test whether this will work in your van is turn your van on and idle, rev up to probably there-ish, and then stamp on the brake. And keep your foot exactly in the same place on the accelerator and the revs drop. And then that's how you know if your van works with cruise control. So if your van does do that, then that's how you know it's a good candidate to work. You do need to go into VACCOM to actually activate cruise control. But actually, after speaking to a few people, most of the ECUs have already got it unlocked. So you can actually get away with not using VACCOM, but if you do, it's literally like a 2-3 minute job. You get it done easy. But let's get into the product. I did get sent this a little while ago, and I have been sort of just using it before I do this video. But this is how the package turned up to me. Sit down. Just like this. Little baggie of stuff. Now, I didn't get instructions with this. I don't know if it comes with instructions or he just didn't send them to me because I was messaging him constantly anyway. But you get a load of zip ties, which are always handy. But these are to zip tie the wiring loom out the way so it doesn't dangle anywhere. You do get a little bag of sweets, or he gets a little bag of sweets. And you actually get the product itself. Now, this is just the box, the controller, and all there is a little toggle switch and an on-off button. And it does come with 3M tape already on the side of it. All you've got on the other end is just the connector and the earthing point. It's very easy to install this, and we will show you that in a second. Let's go round and get this installed. So now we've got to the front of the van where we're actually going to be doing the main install, and it's, yeah, very simple. All you've got to do is remove this little pockety thing, which is just this screw up here, and you can find your mess of wires. So just behind all this, there will be a little connector just back there. You might have to take your fuse panel out, but you don't have to take it out fully. You can sometimes just creep in underneath the back and get to it, and then just there, that little earthing block that's up there, we need to connect into that. So and just give this thing a pull. There we go. It doesn't break, it does just come out. And you have also got this, which if you wiggle, that will come out. Now back here there is actually a connector, and I know where mine is because I've had it plugged in not long ago.
Oh, they can't see the connector.
But there is another way you can get to it. Now on the side, I'm going to try and show you the best I can. There's like a little white thing just up there. I'll probably put an arrow on the screen. There's one on either side. There's one there, and there's one. Well, there's one on both sides. Now if I can show you, all you do is push it backwards, and it comes off. Now you do that on both sides, and that releases the fuse box. And just for easeability, if you remove the cover off of here, you will actually just give yourself a little bit more space. Once you've removed them clips I showed you, you literally just have to wiggle, there we go, the fuse box up, and then the whole fuse box comes down. Now be very careful not to yank on it too hard, because you could dislodge something. And then the whole fuse box comes down, and you can see right into the gubbins of the back. Now what you're looking for is the other end of this. It's a 4-pin connector, and it's right in the depths of this. Now mine's pulled out because I've been using it, but it's that one right there. That is the connector you're looking for. Normally it's pushed right up against the back of the firewall. See if I can, that's how mine was, but it's sort of behind everything, and it's usually tucked right up back here. But it's literally just 4 wires and a connector, which is that one right there, and that is literally all you've got to do. Now with that connector that I've shown you, you have to connect that one into it, and it only does go in one way. As you can see, there's a slot there, so that will only go into that connector one way. There you go, and then it clicks, and then that is then installed. The angle might be a little bit strange, but as you can see, there are little pins. You got a spade, and then you literally, just like that, as you can probably see, it's now connected. I put it into one of the top ones because it's nice and out of the way up there, and then technically this should now work. And there's no power, as you can probably see. There's no power to it, the light won't come on. So it only comes on when the van's on. When the key is in. Correct. Yep. Now, get your fuse box.
I wish I to hold it.
Just hold it for a minute, mate.
Okay.
Just be careful when you're doing this bit, because you don't want to pull on it too hard and snag any wires, because you'll have some fun then.
Yep.
Put it back in, there you go, it's all located. Get the little white clips that are on either side, clip them both in like that, and the little fuse panel bit goes on the bottom like that, and then the cover like that. Do up the little screws on the bottom. Done. Now you can technically get to it without taking all that lot apart. I obviously did because of the video and to show you, but if you can see where my hand's going up round the back, you can, right there, you can sneak your hand right round the back, and there you go, I've got my hand on it right now. So you can do it blind, but for the sake of the video, do it that way. You can actually see what you're doing. and in my case see how horrendous your wiring job is. And all we've got to do is just rebuild your dash again. So put the pocket back in.
And then you have to put the drills or the screws back in.
Now the only other thing you need to do is try and figure out where you want this to live. Now you could technically drill a hole in the back of this pocket here and have all the wires going in so it sits nicely in there like that. You could technically put it on the side of the column using the 3M tape. Now what I'm going to do with mine is I'm going to stick mine right there, because if you hold that, Mr. Man.
Yep. I have a name, thank you very much.
Now with my steering wheel on, I have actually got a adapter and quick release. So yeah, if you have got the original steering wheel, you probably are going to be sat about here, where obviously I've got a lot further out. But what I like is about there, because then when I'm driving, it's at just the right height or the right position where I can press it, and if I am pressing the indicators, I'm not likely to hit it. So
now you need to
take the sticky pads off,
and then you can place it on.
and
then second sticky pad, two, and now it will stick.
when you put that about exactly there. Now you can still use your pocket if you want to, and I usually keep my phone in there, so that's perfect. That's where it needs to be. So when I'm driving along, do my cruise controlness. Now we'll actually show a little bit of a video of how that thing works while driving. I thought I'd do a little bit of a voiceover here because it would be a little bit more clearer. So once you get yourself to the speed that you want to cruise at, if you just flick down, that then becomes your preset speed. Take your feet off the pedals and enjoy. But if any point you feel like you need to slow down that speed, if you press and hold down, it'll lower the speed that you're cruising at. The same if you press up or press and hold up, it then increases that speed. Now if at any point you press the brake or the clutch, it completely deactivates the unit and it's back to just no cruise control. But if you press up, it'll then go back to what your previous preset speed was, or alternatively you could press down on the box and then reset the speed that you're currently going at as your new cruising speed. Hopefully that does make sense. Once you've used it a few times, it becomes second nature. Now I've used it for roughly about a week. Yeah, and I love this thing. If you are on sort of like a dual carriageway or a motorway or anything where you sort of got a couple of miles, stick that thing on and then you put your feet nice and out of the way and chilled out. Don't have to touch anything, and
only the steering wheel.
Only the steering wheel. Well done. Absolutely just, and then all you do is just poodle along. It's lovely, and it is a little bit better on fuel economy because it stays set to exactly the speed that you want, and then it will just sort of keep you there instead of you just keep constantly pressing the accelerator and the brake. So it is better for fuel economy as well, and it is quite cool. So if you are interested in that, the links will be down in the description below, and go and get yourself one. I highly recommend them. They're good value for money and quite cool. And I do need to clarify that this only does work on the 2.5 TDI. Doesn't work on the T5s, it doesn't work on the 1.9s, it is only the 2.5 TDI T4, so bear that in mind. And I just want to say a massive thank you for you sending this out to me for me to review. I absolutely love it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to Toby, who ate my sweets, and have you actually ate them yet?
No, not yet. I haven't ate all of them.
He's ate some of the sweets and helped me actually install it. That's enough of that. I'm going to stop rambling, get myself gone. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for putting up with my dumb ass. And as always,
take it easy.